Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be playing the colors, the red black sequence. It's a total of 6 bets in the cycle. It's red black, red red, black black. When we reach the end of the cycle we're going to restart. The progression we're going to be using, we're going to be betting with 4 bankrolls. It's a total of 180 chips we're going to be using for the 4 bankrolls. 180 chips is also a stop loss. So the first bankroll is made up of 12 chips, the second is 24, the third is 48, and the fourth is 96 chips. In total it's 180 chips for this strategy. So let's get started. The first bet tells us to bet on red. We're going to place 1 chip. We're using the first bankroll. First bet is 1 chip. We're playing for 1 chip in profit. We lose. So on the cycle, the second bet is black. On the betting progression, it tells us to bet 2 chips. So we move to the second bet on the cycle, second bet on our bankroll. So we have a hit. We're at 1 chip in profit. We're going to restart as long as we're in profit, but we're going to continue with the cycle. Third bet tells us to bet on red. So we place 1 chip on red. This is the third bet on the cycle, and we're back to the first bet on the bankroll. We're on our bankroll number 1. We have a hit. So the fourth bet tells us to bet on red. We place 1 chip. We restart our bankroll back with 1 chip. We're on the fourth bet on our cycle. We have a hit. The fifth bet tells us to bet on black. We restart. We bet 1 chip on black. We lose. We move to the second bet on the bankroll, which is 2 chips. The sixth and final bet on the cycle is also black. So the cycle is red, black, red, red, black, black. And this is the final one to end the cycle. And we have a hit. So we're in profit of 4 chips. We're going to restart the cycle and restart our bankroll back at 1 chip. So the first bet in the cycle is red. We place 1 chip on red. We're playing for 5 chips in profit. We have that 5 chips. The second bet tells us to bet on black. We place 1 chip on black. We restart our bankroll back with 1 chip. We're on the second bet on our cycle. We have a hit. The third bet on our cycle tells us to bet on red. So we restart our bankroll back at 1 chip, playing for 7 chips in profit. Fourth bet is also red. Restart our bankroll back at 1 chip. The fifth bet tells us to bet on black. Place 1 chip on black. We're playing for 9 chips in profit. We lose. Sixth bet is also on black. And we move to the second bet on the first bankroll, which is 2 chips. Playing for 9 chips in profit. We lose. So now we are on the third bet on the bankroll, which is 3 chips. But we have reached the end of the cycle, so we're going to move back over to red. So we restart the cycle. We're on red, and we're on our third bet on the first bankroll, which is 3 chips. We're playing for 9 chips in profit. That is our target. We lose. We move to the last bet on our first bankroll, which is 6 chips. The second bet is black on the cycle, so we bet 6 chips on black. This is the last bet on our bankroll, second bet on our cycle, and we lose. So we lose the first bankroll of 12 chips. So we move into the second bankroll and the third bet in the cycle. The third bet in the cycle is red, and the first bet on our bankroll number 2 is 2 chips. We're playing for 9 chips in profit. So we lose. Fourth bet tells us to bet on red. Second bet on our second bankroll is 4 chips. Fourth bet is red. Third bet on our second bankroll is 6 chips. And we have a hit. That was our third bet on our bankroll and our fourth bet on our cycle. So the fifth bet on the cycle tells us to bet on black. Once we have a hit on that bankroll, we're going to restart. So the first bet on bankroll number 2 is 2 chips. The fifth bet on the cycle is black, so we're going to place 2 chips on black. We lose. The sixth bet on the cycle is also black. The second bet on the bankroll number 2 is 4 chips. So this is the last bet on the cycle, second bet on the second bankroll, and we have a hit. So we're still on the second bankroll because we're not at 9 chips in profit. We're down 2 chips, so we're going to restart the cycle. We're on bankroll number 2. The first bet on the cycle tells us to bet on red. We place 2 chips on red. So we're going to stay on the second bankroll until we're in profit, or until we lose the entire bankroll. Then we move to bankroll number 3. So we lose the first bet. Second bet tells us to bet on black. Second bet on the bankroll is 4 chips. We lose. We move to the third bet, and the third bet on the cycle, which is red, 6 chips. We lose. Fourth bet on the cycle is also red. Fourth bet on the second bankroll is 12 chips. And we lose the second bankroll. That was the fourth bet on the cycle. So the last 2 bets on the cycle is black, that's 5th and 6th. And we move into the third bankroll. The first bet on the third bankroll is 4 chips. The 5th bet on the cycle is black. So we're on the first bet on the third bankroll, and we're on the 5th bet on the cycle, and we lose. Last bet on the cycle is also black. Second bet on the third bankroll is 8 chips. And we have a hit. So we're on the third bankroll. That's the end of the cycle. So we restart the cycle back at red. The first bet on the third bankroll is 4 chips. So we place 4 chips on red, playing for 9 chips profit. We lose. Move to the second bet on the third bankroll, which is black, and 8 chips. We lose. Third bet is 12. It tells us to bet on red. We have a hit on red. We move to the fourth bet on the cycle, which is also red. We restart the third bankroll back at 4 chips. So we're on the first bet on the third bankroll, and we're on the fourth bet on the cycle, which is also red. And we have a hit. We move to the 5th bet on the cycle, which is black. We restart the bet on the third bankroll, which is 4 chips. We have a hit. So we are staying on the third bankroll on the first bet, which is 4 chips, and we're going to end the cycle. The sixth and final bet on the cycle is also on black, so we place 4 chips on black, and we have a hit. So we ended that cycle there. We're still on bankroll number 3 because we're still not in profit. We're down 10 chips. We're playing for 9 chips in profit. So the first bet on the cycle is red. We place 4 chips on red. Remember, we're on the third bankroll. First bet on the third bankroll is 4 chips. We have a hit. We move to the second bet on the cycle, which is black. We restart the bankroll back with 4 chips. We have a hit. We move to the third bet on the cycle, which is red. We have a hit. The fourth bet on the cycle is also red. So we place our 4 chips. So the first bet is 4 chips. And the fifth bet on the cycle is on black. We lose. The sixth bet on the cycle is also on black. The second bet on our third bankroll is 8 chips. And we have a hit. So we check our profits. We're playing for 9 chips in profit. We are up at 10. So this is where you take a break. So there it is, guys. That's the red black sequence. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys have fun with it. I hope it brings you some easy profits. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are well and staying safe, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. Have a good one.